Hey, my name is Fernando Herrera. I'm a tire expert. I've sold over millions of dollars online and in brick and mortar stores as retail and wholesale. Today, I want to talk to you whether you're the consumer or you're a shop that's considering going online or selling retail. I want to talk about, should you be buying tires online or should you be buying them in a brick and mortar store? I know a lot of people are sometimes undecisive or scared, and so I'm gonna be sharing my codes and my prompts for each one of them. And then hopefully guys, you enjoyed this video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we continue, did you know that the majority of you guys watching right now is not subscribed? It would really help me a lot if you just pause this video. Please pause this video. We'll actually put some extra time right now. A nice little landscape, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Subscribe right now. Thank you for subscribing. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps boost my videos and continue, for me to continue doing more videos. And share this video with a friend. Who knows? Maybe it could be helpful. Also, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, TireBase. TireBase is a shop management system for tire shops specifically, or people who want to sell online. But I will be talking about them more in just a moment. So we're going to be starting first with buying tires online. So why should I be buying tires online? So as a consumer, there's some really good, important things you should know. So convenience, obviously shopping from home, it's a lot better than going into a shop, going to do, at least, personally speaking, I even struggle to go get groceries sometimes because, either I'm very busy or I'm just tired. And, the fact of me going to an actual place and shopping is dreadful. And sometimes I don't do it. So the convenience of shopping from my couch, something, it's very, very nice. So that is something you do get from buying online rather than going into a physical store. Now keep in mind, some physical stores do have already online versions of their store, so that could be something to consider. But the other thing would be a wider selection. Now I can attest to this. When you're buying a physical store, you're only checking their inventory and maybe what their partners around have. And I can guarantee you, shopping online will expose you to thousands of suppliers, thousands of different shops and businesses, and it's actually better selection. I can hands down guarantee that. And so, again, while it is nice to have someone local to be able to get you and sell you that tire, if you're looking for a specific tire that you're having a hard time finding, shopping online may just make sense for you. Now, the other thing is competitive pricing. Competitive pricing, again, the way it works online, most of the major online players, except for Tire Rack, is the way it works is they'll have a network of warehouses, and then each warehouse bids for that specific sale. So let's say someone in New York needs Toyo tires, 205, 55 R16. And let's say there's 100 or 200 different warehouses that have these tires in the US. Well, what these websites do is they will check everybody's inventory, they will find the cheapest price with the calculated shipping, because obviously shipping from Los Angeles into New York is going to be very different from shipping to New York to New York. Then once they do that, then they will pretty much give or display the best price. And so that's why sometimes you might be able to find a company, let's say in Kentucky, that bought a lot of these tires, or they want to blow them up, because they are like get rid of them, and they might just be giving really aggressive pricing. So sometimes competitive pricing could be very, very good. Now the other things too is consumer reviews, and this would be nice because, again, if you're looking to buying some tires, most of these shops or most of these online stores now have reviews, which gives you that peace of mind of saying, hey, is this product actually good or bad? As anything, there are some negative sides of buying tires online, and that's what we're going to get into now. One of them could be shipping costs. Now, typically, most of the tire sellers online right now do offer free shipping. But again, consider that sometimes they might charge you for additional fees if the tire's too big or whatever the thing might be. But it is not unsurprising to see some companies reach out to their consumers or to their customers and say, hey, you know what, we might have to pay or charge a little bit more shipping on this. The other thing would be, that's also a hassle, would be the installation. I mean, if you're going to be buying tires, it's for your car. It's not for you to just have in your living room and display them. Installation is another thing. If you're still going to be installing these tires, you are still going to have to, it's not as convenient now anymore to buy online, because you're going to get them to your house, you're going to have to load them in your car, and you're still going to have to find an installer. And most of the time, these installers are not going to be too happy that you bought these tires elsewhere. So the service, personally speaking, might not be as good. And so again, installation is a big downfall when buying online. Now, there are installation networks nowadays, but oftentimes, these are with big chains, and sometimes not the independent dealers. So just keep that in mind. The bigger chains might charge a different fee or higher fee or whatever. But installation is definitely one of those things that, if you're buying online, might not be as convenient unless you already have a friend or a mechanic who can do those, and do you the favor. The other thing, and it's very common, it's the potential fit issues, right? Not all of us are tire experts, and I get that. But it's very common for people to buy a tire and turns out it doesn't fit. And guess what? They find out once their car's in a shop with their tires off and that technician is about to install them, and guess what? They go like, oh man, it just doesn't fit. Now you have to maybe pay that shop for whatever work they did, get back to your house, return them, and it's just a nightmare. So if you're going to be buying tires online, make sure you do have the right size. But yeah. And again, this last point was brought to me by ChatGPT, so I don't know if this is valid. This is actually something I've never heard of. But according to ChatGPT, warranty concerns, apparently, and we'll do some research maybe later, but apparently there's some tires that their warranty is voided when bought online. Again, as far as I know, that's not the case with tires, because most of these manufacturers are distributing their product through a whole bunch of different channels. So let's say Cooper might sell this tire to ATD, the largest distributor, then ATD might sell it to a local distributor, and that local distributor might sell it to some other smaller shop, and then that shop ends up selling the Cooper to that end consumer. Cooper's probably not going to care who sold it or where they bought it. They just care that it's their product. But again, I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure that this is not applicable, or at least that would be very shady. Now let's talk about the good things of buying in a physical store. So we've talked about why you should buy in an online store, why you shouldn't buy in an online store. Now let's put it up to buying at a physical store. So the benefits of buying in a physical store are expert advice. Obviously, you're getting the professional advice. You're getting someone who's really going to be checking your car. Someone like myself, or someone like, any guy out there, a manager, a service advisor, who can really make sure they put in the tires that you need and they make sure you're taken care of. Having that personal approach with someone, talking, explaining, having your questions answered, very, very valuable, especially for those who are not very tech savvy, or tire savvy, we should say. The next benefit of buying in a physical store is immediate installation. Although yes, it's not convenient because you have to go somewhere and blah, 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 blah. It's super convenient in the sense that you go and you get your tires. It's like one and done. It's like you go to the DMV and it's gonna be a horrible experience, but you get it done. Like hopefully you didn't miss like some sort of paperwork and you have to go again. But hopefully the shop has what you need. And if they don't have what you need, hopefully they can order it, because they're using TireBase, the sponsor of this video. So TireBase, again, for those of you who don't know, is a POS system but for tire shops. And this POS system is great because it helps tire shops connect to their suppliers. So assuming we have Johnny here coming, needing that 205 5516 Toyo, and I don't have any in stock, they can connect to ATD, Tire Hub, any one of their tire pretty much suppliers, and see what they have, and then they can order it, give price to Johnny, and keep everything in one single place. It allows you to manage inventory, your customers for future marketing purposes, and a whole bunch of other things. So if you're interested in TireBase, feel free to check the description below. There's going to be a link called tirebase.io/YouTube deal or something like that. And you can get, ask for 1 month for free, and we'll give you 1 month for free. But anyways, thank you so much, TireBase, for sponsoring this video. But with all sponsorship aside, I'm serious. The benefit is that you go into the physical store, they'll have what you need, you'll get it installed, and you're out. You don't have to see them ever again until another 6 months or 1 year, however often you change your tire. So that is actually kind of nice. The other thing would be physical inspections. Typically, and I promote this heavily, typically a shop that wants to make sure that their customers are going to be happy, they perform inspections. And the reason I say this is because when Johnny's coming in for 4 tires, well, obviously we're going to perform inspections of, let's say he's coming for 1 tire. Well, of course, it would be wise for us to perform inspection of all 4 tires. If we do any sort of basic mechanical work, we should check the brakes, we should check the shocks, we should check alignment. All these things are important because we don't want Johnny coming back 6 months from now and telling us, hey, you know what, my tires are all worn off, but it's because the alignment was off. You know, if you're rolling your tires straight, it's going to last you the way it should, maybe 2 years, 3 years. But if you're running your car like this side is going to be pretty much running like you're going to see those tires that have uneven wear. That's what it's called. And so again, within 6 months, you might need new tires. And so what we want is a shop to do an inspection of our vehicle and be able to really tell us, hey, how's my vehicle performing? Do I need an alignment? Do I need new brakes? Do I need X, Y, or Z? And then finally, again, it's the warranties and support, right? So if you do have any sort of problem, it's a lot easier to deal with a physical shop, and most of the time they'll take care of you faster than an online shop. So, you know, although Amazon has great customer service, as a consumer, I love Amazon. As a seller, I hate it. I don't like it because, again, they do tend to lean more towards that customer service side, but at the expense of the seller, which I feel Amazon should absorb those costs. But it's another conversation for another day. Now, there are some negative sides to buying in a physical store. Typically, you do get higher prices. I'm just going to be honest with you. Now, this does not mean that's always. There are a lot of shops out there that, you know, have really, really good pricing. I would even argue better pricing than online. But again, it just depends on the type of store, and it's really hard for you to compare physical stores because you would have to really be on a field trip the whole day, driving around, asking for pricing. The normal person is not going to go to 10 different places asking for a price, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. So you do run a higher probability of getting a higher price in a retail brick and mortar store than just buying online, because again, online you can search a whole bunch of different places in like 10 minutes. The other disadvantage of buying in a physical store is the selection. Again, if I wanted some Toyo tires, the store might be motivated to sell me what they have in stock. So I might be persuaded to buy maybe Pirellis or buy an imported tire, which there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're happy. But again, just keep in mind that there is obviously a limited selection in a physical brick and mortar store. Or again, if you do want something that they need to outsource or buy outside, then it's still going to be of a longer wait, which again, not a nice experience. And then again, the last one is time consuming, right? Although I would argue that you're still going to spend time if you go to, you know, if you buy your tires online and you have to get them installed in a shop, it's still going to be time consuming. The best solution here probably would be buying your tires online and getting the mobile service done into your house. Sometimes some of these mobile installers do charge you fairly similar rates to what you would pay in a brick and mortar. Then it might be extra convenient. There you have it. Whether you choose to buy your tires online or in a physical store, this really is going to depend on your priorities, on your convenience, on what you're looking for. And based on that, I would, again, there's a good time when you really should go to a physical store, and there's good times when you should go into, you know, online. So if you're going to be traveling and you're going to be driving, I wouldn't wait for online, you know, getting my package delayed or my tires delayed. I'd probably go in a physical store, get it done, and make sure my vehicle's safe for travel. If you got all the time in the world and you're going to be willing to, you know, maybe haggle with some shops as to how they should install your online purchased tires, again, online also makes sense, save some money, and maybe get the tires that you're looking for. But anyways, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. I hope you really liked this video, but what do you guys think? Would you buy your tires online or in a physical brick and mortar shop? I know a lot of you guys watching are shop owners yourselves. So what do your customers prefer? Do they actually prefer e-com, or do they prefer coming in and buying with you? Hopefully that's the case. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. Thank you so much, TireBase, for sponsoring this video. And I'll talk to you guys again next time. Peace.